Okay, back to business. This is part two. Next, I got this movie for $1. It's a David O. Russell movie that he did back in the 2000s. I Heart Huckabees. Got a decent cast. You got Dustin Hoffman, who's great in everything. You got Isabel Huppert. I have never heard of her. You got Jude Law, Jason Schwartzman. That's Wes Anderson's boy. You got Lily Tomlin, comedic legend. You got Mark Wahlberg. What? No. And you got Naomi Watts, who I can take her leave. I mean, she has a cute little face here, but she's still foreign, so I have my reservations. But David O. Russell's a good director. He's worked with Jennifer Lawrence a lot in Silver Linings Playbook. I think he also did American Hustle. Yeah, he's a really good director. He has a very bad temper, but he knows how to direct a movie. It's a screwball comedy. It's about 106 minutes, so not 2 hours, but we'll see how it goes. I hope it's good because a lot of comedies this year has just not done it for me. Next, this is a really long, kind of like I guess a drama, and it's from the late '90s, I believe, and by Paul Thomas Anderson. This is not Paul W. S. Anderson, and it's considered a classic. I know it's definitely out there. Boogie Nights. Yeah, this has a great cast. You got Mark Wahlberg, you got Julianne Moore, you got William H Macy, Heather Graham, uh, freaking Burt Reynolds. There's a huge cast in this movie. Don't worry, there's no nudity in this movie. Well, in the pictures, because I don't want to get a guideline strike. There it is. But this is not a movie for children. Do not show this movie to any kids. It's like Sausage Party. Keep them as far away from this as possible because this is only for adults, and I know why. Yeah, but I'm an adult, so I can see anything. Next, this is a really fun movie I've heard, and I'm gonna watch it today, hopefully for the first time. This is the only good one of the franchise, and that is Triple X. No, this is not a porn. This is a action movie with Vin Diesel from the Fast and the Furious films, most of them. And you got Asia Argento, Dario Argento's gorgeous Italian daughter. You have Martin Kosak or Sokas, or I don't know what to say it. And Rob Cohn directed it. I like his direction. He knows how to have fun. The movie's 2 hours long, but now that it's September, I can watch it finally, and it's widescreen, so I'm looking forward to it. I'm not interested in the one with Ice Cube or the one that came out this year, which was an ensemble movie, and that's not what the first Triple X was about. It's about Vin Diesel doing his thing, but he's always good to watch, and I'll watch it for him. Next, I got this one, Don't Hate Me. This is the last movie that Paul Feig did before he was butchered with that freaking Fembusters crap. This is the film he made right before, and I hope it's good. Spy with Melissa McCarthy, Jason Statham, who's always fun to watch. Rose Byrne, I could take her or leave her. She has a nice face. I can at least say that. And Jude Law. So another movie with Jude Law. I got two movies with Jude Law and two movies with Marky Mark. And I've heard this is a good movie. I'm still a little worried because it's 2 hours, and I don't think a comedy should be that long. But I hope it's worth it. You know, Statham is always good to watch. I heard he was fun in the movie because he's making fun of himself. I hope Melissa McCarthy is not a cartoon in this movie because, I hated her and Tammy. Tammy was so annoying. I was like, please shut up. You're not funny in this movie. And I know Fembusters is the same director, but unlike Fembusters, at least this doesn't have bad CGI, and also it's got a better cast. And I don't think there's a queef joke in it. Maybe I think there's some fart jokes in it, but I'll just ignore it and keep going. Hopefully, this is not the disaster that Fembusters was last year. That's all I'm hoping for. Not not the greatest comedy ever, but something. Next, I got this movie at the 7-Eleven for like $5. I like this movie. I know my friend Brian is not a fan of these films. Sorry, Brian. I never read the books. I don't care how faithful it is. I thought both movies were a lot of fun. This is only the second one. Percy Jackson, Sea of Monsters on Blu-ray. DVD, digital copy. Sorry, Sean, the digital copy is expired. But this is a fun movie. I like the special effects. I like the cast. Logan Lerman would have been a nice Spider-Man, but he got passed up for big. But Tom Holland is great, so I'm not complaining. A decent story. It's not that long. It's 106 minutes, and people say, "Oh, it's just Harry Potter." I'm like, Harry Potter was magic, and it was magic and it had a British cast. This doesn't have that. And I'll take a non-British cast any day, mainly because I'm American. So I am what I am. But this movie was worth it to get on Blu-ray. It's a good movie. It's very overlooked. It was one of the gems of the summer of 2013. It didn't deserve to underperform. There should have been a third movie because I liked the first one. It surprised me. This was a decent sequel, and there should have been a third one, but it's fine. If they ever reboot it, I hope they respect these two films that came out. So next, I got an anime from Studio Ghibli, and I'm seeing the Japanese version. I'm not going to watch the dubbed version anytime soon, and that is Miyazaki's Howl's Moving Castle. Yes, I remember Emer, rest in peace, by the way, reviewed this movie and was not a fan of it because he saw it dubbed. I'm going to see it in Japanese with subtitles because I love anime. I watch anime all the time, Pokemon and all this other stuff. So, and this is Miyazaki. I guarantee you it's going to have beautiful animation, and of course it's going to probably have a message. But hey, it's a Japanese director that knows what he's doing. I mean, there's a reason his movies are highly regarded. And well, I'm gonna give it a chance. I mean, this is the American cast, or so it's mostly American and British cast in an anime, which to me doesn't make any sense. If you're gonna dub it in English, just get an American cast. It's not that hard. You got Gene Simmons. This is her last film before she died. Christian Bale, good actor from the Dark Knight trilogy. It's not Inception. What was it? Equilibrium. About a bunch of stuff. Lauren Bacall. This is before she passed away. Blythe Danner. That's she's an old actress. Emily Mortimer, who I do like. I think she's very cute. Josh Hutcherson, who's one of the best things in the Hunger Games besides Jennifer Lawrence, and Billy Crystal. But I want to see the Japanese version first. And this got a ton of features. And Miyazaki, please don't let me down. I want to like this because your movies are beautifully animated. I saw some of clips from Princess Mononoke, and that animation is stunning. And it's not for children. Most of his movies are animated, but they are not for kids because of the subject matter. But now we get to the last Blu-ray. Sean, please don't hate me for this. I know you're not a fan of this movie. I get it. It's not a lot of critics didn't like it either. I did. It was a step up from the third one. It's shorter. It's got a better cast. It made me smile. And it has Jack front and center. Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides on Blu-ray. I really enjoy this film. I know it's not perfect, but it did something different. It was a standalone movie, which I like. It didn't have to connect to the third one because, believe me, after At World's End, I was done. I was like, please just do something different. Please. That movie was almost like 3 hours long, and I'm reviewing it this month. But this one was lighter, less CG. The mermaids were actually pretty cool. It was a good. I thought all these movies look great. Like the production value is off the charts. Jack is hilarious in this movie. They gave him a love interest that didn't bother me. They kiss and they have some nice chemistry because Penelope Cruz is Spanish, so she has kind of charm with him. Her accent didn't bother me, and when she spoke Spanish, it's like he closes the door on her, so it makes it funny. That at least was something. She's not yelling her head off like freaking Keira Knightley. And I thought Serena, the girl that plays Serena, Astrid Frisbee, she's very cute, very quiet, doesn't annoy me. Sam Claflin was decent as the religious guy. You got Ian McShane. Is he scary? No. He is not Barbossa, but I thought he was better. They didn't pussify him like they did with Davy Jones in the third one. He's just... He's like that. He should have been like that. You didn't need to give him a backstory and give him a freaking love interest. That's not interesting to me. That just makes him weak. And I really enjoyed this film. I love the score. That Hans Zimmer score is in all the movies, and it deserves it because it's a great score. It gets me pumped. And when I saw this one, I was like, people hate this movie? Why? It made $1 billion. And it's not boring like Rogue One is. It didn't insult me with nostalgia like The Force Awakens. It was a fourth movie that actually was fun. I was never bored with this movie. My friend hates it because he says it's boring. Yeah, because you saw 3 movies that were almost 3 hours long. So this one is 2 hours and 14 minutes. No, 2 hours and 16 minutes. I didn't feel it at all. The action's well done. It's beautiful to look at. And Rob Marshall's direction, at least he wasn't trying to be Gore Verbinski. Verbinski thinks that he's Peter Jackson and he's not. Make it light. And the fifth one I want to see because at least it's 2 hours and 9 minutes. It's way shorter. And a Pirates movie doesn't need to be 2.5 hours. Get to the point. Disney movies don't need to be stretched out. This one wasn't. I enjoy it. I'm glad I got it on Blu-ray. It's got a commentary and a bunch of other stuff, and I got it for free on Disney Rewards. So I'm rewarded with this movie. And I know it doesn't please everybody, but it's fine. I enjoy it for what it is. End the story. So this is all the stuff that I got. Well, this and the rest of the stuff I showed you. I got a lot of things to see for September. I'm glad we're in September. It's a shorter month than August, and I'm looking forward to stuff that the fall has to offer for me. So thanks, guys, for watching. Take care. See, I hope. Let me know what you think of these movies. I don't want to hear any bitching about this. I've already heard enough. And see you in the next one.